You are now tuned in to the Brown Spade. So before I begin, this video is about the bishop out of New York, Bishop Whitehead. His name been very controversial lately within several years. Well, especially this year. Earlier this year, or was it last year? I know he got somebody came in there in the church and robbed him. This pastor had $1 million necklace. Yep, he had a necklace that is worth $1 million. That is insane. Now, I can't tell nobody what to wear, what not to wear, but I just don't see people who got the means, normal, rich, wealthy people, they don't buy stuff like that and wear it to church. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. And then I remember there was another incident where the woman came in, she did some filming, and he snatched her up and he called the authorities. I mean, he grabbed her and jacked her up. You know, he strong-armed that woman. I thought that was funny. But now his name is surfacing up again. And these are some federal charges, and these charges are not light. So anyway, before I begin this video, I want to say that this is nothing against the church people. This is nothing against the Christians or anything like that. I'm just putting out videos that I think that are interesting to the viewers, and that's it. It's nothing personal. So let me say that. But yes, these are some serious charges coming from federal against this pastor. And again, he's innocent until proven guilty. So, if you have not, press that like button. Please press that like button. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe and help this channel grow. So, I hope you guys like this video, and I'll get back with you. I hope you like it.
A New York pastor is facing federal charges this morning for allegedly cheating a parishioner out of tens of thousands of dollars in retirement savings.
Pastor Lamore Whitehead's extravagant wardrobe and jewelry attracted armed gunmen to rob him on camera during a live stream service. Now he's the one accused of stealing. Dre Clark is in New York with that story. Good morning, Dre.
Good morning, Mitch and Adrian. Bishop Lamore Whitehead has pleaded not guilty. He left the federal courthouse here behind me yesterday after agreeing to pay a $500,000 bond securing his release. And the bishop says, despite being indicted on multiple federal charges, he will continue to preach the gospel. Meanwhile, his defense attorney says Whitehead is being targeted.
Lamore Whitehead, the self-proclaimed hip-hop bishop from Brooklyn, leaves federal court Monday after pleading not guilty to federal fraud charges. Dressed in Fendi and fatigues, the normally outspoken Whitehead was quiet as he was approached by a reporter from our News Nation affiliate WPIX who was there when he left the courtroom.
What will you say to your parishioners who support you?
Whitehead first gained national notoriety in July when masked gunmen robbed his church in the middle of Sunday morning service. The gunmen stole Whitehead's $1 million diamond chain along with other jewelry. Two of the gunmen were later arrested. Whitehead, who likes to brag about wearing name brand clothing, having millions in precious jewels and driving a Rolls Royce, says he's both a bishop and a real estate mogul who doesn't need his church's offerings to fund his life of luxury.
We feel that he is being targeted and he is being turned from a victim into a villain.
But federal prosecutors tell a different story. Monday, Whitehead was arrested. A federal indictment claims he induced one of his parishioners into investing $90,000 of her retirement savings with him, but investigators say he spent the money on luxury goods. The indictment also alleges he extorted a businessman out of more than $500,000, claiming he can secure political favors from New York City Hall. Whitehead's attorney denies all claims.
Bishop Lamore Whitehead is not guilty of these charges. We are vigorously going to defend these accusations.
And Whitehead is charged with 2 counts of fraud, 1 count of extortion, and 1 count of lying to federal agents here. Now, this is not the first time he has had a run-in with the law. He actually serves 5 years in prison after a conviction on identity theft. For these most recent charges, he faces the possibility of spending up to 20 years in prison. But again, the bishop says he's innocent. Mitch, Adrian.
All right, Dre, thank you very much.
Thank you for.
Okay, so what do you think? What do you think about these new allegations toward this bishop, Mr. Bishop Whitehead? Some very, very heavy charges. I don't know. I'm just a messenger putting out content, but feel free, put in your comments. I will respond to you in a timely fashion, so feel free to put in your comments about, what do you think about this story here. And I did not forget, I have 3 new subscribers. I have Marquise Gals 1, that is his subscriber name. I have Renard Nichols, and I have a Vernita Wingfield. Vernita Wingfield. I'm sorry for butchering your name. Thank you. I am very, very blessed and honored to have you as new subscribers. And again, for those of you who if you like the video, please press that like button. It helps the algorithm. And thank you again for the new subscribers. I'm very honored and blessed that you guys subscribe to my channel, and I hope I don't fail you. And if there's anything that you're interested in, you can also put that in the comment box as well. Now, but before I leave, I also want to say that I'm again, I have nothing against my fellow Christian brothers and sisters out there. I have nothing against religious people. Again, I consider myself a spiritual person. But man, I just like the old-fashioned way of how Christians used to do things. I just love how the old-fashioned way of how Christianity used to do things. I don't know. I just like the old-fashioned way of doing things.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, God.